Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. I did a thing. Oh my gosh, you knew it was gonna happen. So disappointed. Not the 60% off that I was looking for yarn, but I did want to at least show you because of course I bought some stuff. I'm just saying, I was already there. And there's also some other fantastic news that I wanted to bring up regarding another yarn company carrying a yarn that, oh my gosh, is absolutely amazing. You might have already seen it on Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches. She might have already announced it, but you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll do that one first. I'll do that first, and then we'll get into what I got at Joann, because you know I got stuff. So, surprising of all surprises, Premier has Malabrigo yarn. I have no idea how long. I don't know if it's discontinued colors. I really hope that's not the case because they have some of my favorites on there, but they have it in 4 separate weights and a lot less money than what I have been spending because I've been buying it full price at the local yarn store. But look at this. And I'll pull up some colors, but then you've got your, oh, it went in. You've got the ultimate sock. Hello. We use this. I use the ultimate sock. You have shown me, or you've shown me, I have shown you ultimate sock. They don't have this exact color, but they've got a bunch, and I'll show you some of those. So they have the ultimate sock. They have the Arroyo, which you saw me work with the Arroyo. That's what this is. And they have the black. So they have the beautiful colors and the black, and this is a stained glass hat that I made on size 6 knitting needles, but you could crochet something and make something just as beautiful. But there you have it, and this is one of them. So the ultimate sock is $18. That's normally like $21. The Arroyo is $16. The Rios, the Arroyo is 335 yards. This is the sport / DK weight. The Rios is your worsted weight, and then they've got the Rasta, which is the super bulky, and Rasta's $18. I personally do not go for the super bulky, but my friends do, and they're like, I have not seen that price in years. So if you are a Malabrigo fan like I am, you have seen me work with it, you have seen me use it, you have seen me spend full price on it more than once. That is amazing. And I wanted to show you some of the colors. Okay, for one, this is the Arroyo. And the black, they do have the black in the Arroyo, and they've got the black in a couple of the other weights also, which is fantastic. That is just crazy. And the color that I have here, I think, is Sunset, or not Sunset, Secret is what that background color is. But, and they've got this in multiple weights too. So it's not just, oh, wait, I love that color and everything. I love that, whatever, but it's not, you know, you don't have it in the color I'd love. Look at this. This is the Diana. And I'm telling you, if you wanted to make something like what I did, that right there would be so stunning. And again, they have the black and that. And then you can see all those little dots. You can see all the colors that they have on that. I have no idea how long they're going to have it. I don't know what kind of run they're going to have on it, but that is amazing. Yeah, that's, whoo, that is spectacular. And these colors are, look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. They are so beautiful and so saturated and absolutely amazing. So they do have that. And then look at this one. This is the Arroyo, Sunset Arroyo, which you know is one of my favorites. Here it is with a picture, right? And here it is, make sure, in person. So you can kind of get, let me see if I can pull that back up so you can see. What do you think? But that is mine, my personal one, and that's the picture. That is the sunset. I love that. I have that sunset in the lace, the fuzzy mohair. This is the Arroyo. I've got it in like all their different bases. It's amazing. Love that color. Absolutely gorgeous. And let's see, what's this one? That's the Maltese blue. Let's see what's Wales Road. Okay, this one right here I have. This is the Wales Road, and this one's in the fingering. They do have it in the fingering. This is available. Here's what it looks like with the Arroyo. And let me show you, so it's kind of nice to see some of these colors that they have. Like I said, I really hope that just because Premier has these, it doesn't mean these colors are going away. Because as you can see, I actually have some of them in my stash because they're gorgeous, and why wouldn't I love them? So I'm not seeing the Wales Road in the fingering weight, but a lot of you are not like me. You don't necessarily like fingering weight anyway, but you do have that in that Sport/DK in this gorgeous Wales Road colorway. And I wanted to show some of the other colors that I personally have. Whether they have them necessarily for sale or not, you get an idea of what their range of colors look like and some of that massive saturation. I don't have any of the Rasta. We know that. That is a super bulky, and I do not own any of that to show you. But I did have the other stuff. The Rios is gorgeous too. Again, that one is your worsted weight yarn. I should calm down. I got so excited. Jennifer put this out. I got so excited. I couldn't resist. So your ultimate sock, which I have quite a bit of it, that is your 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 421 yards, machine wash, gentle, cold water, do not tumble dry. And they're saying use a size B to an E crochet hook or a size 1 to a 3 on your knitting needles. Let's see. I'm making a shawl right now, and I doubled lace and for the top part of it, and for the bottom part I think I'm using size 4. Am I using 4s? I don't know, but you don't have to stick to 1s to 3s on fingering weight is what I'm getting at. If you're making socks, yeah, that's really advisable, the 1s, that type of thing. Some people get away with 2s. I don't understand it, but they do. Yeah, I used to use the 0s, and just makes a nice tight gauge. So that's for your socks. But when you're making a loose drapey something or shawls, you can go up to a size 6. So you don't have to, or whatever, depends on the drape you want. So you don't have to be afraid of that. That's all I was getting at with that. So they've got some great color. Okay, they're already going super low. Like this Zinnias, it already says only 10 left in stock. So that one right there is 10 left in stock. And that's the, like I said, the fingering weight yarn. Let's see, you guys might be more interested in the Rios. Here's that Anniversary color in the larger, that's the worsted weight. And the worsted weight is the 210 yards, 100% superwash merino wool. And let me see, that one has, yes, that's the Wales Road in the worsted weight. And that is what this is right here. That is the Wales Road. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's wonderful to have these things on hand to be able to show you. Here's worked up beautiful project with the Arroyo. This was my first time using the Arroyo. Beautiful. I like the stitch definition. I like the way that it works up. I made, I think, 3 hats like this. Yeah, fun stuff. Some of the other colors that I have, this is Legend. They do have some speckles. They don't have this one, but they do have some speckles. And I'm just showing that just to show how saturated it is, how gorgeous, how vibrant. So regardless of the color you choose, if you decide to take advantage, you're going to be happy. I love Malabrigo yarn. And again, I pay the 20 something a skein. This stuff is $12.75 for the Rios, which is the worsted weight yarn, $12.75. That's a fantastic deal. Up to $18 for the other skeins. Gorgeous. This one is Carnival. Look at that. Gorgeous colors and the speckles and just stunning right there. But you can really see the care that they take in doing their colors. It's just gorgeous. And this is the Côte d'Azur. This is another one of their blues. There's some dog hair in there, right? Just to show how deep, you've got like that black overlay, the deep saturation. So we've got that. This is the Persia right here. Another one of their blues. So those people that don't think I do blue, I evidently buy a bunch of it. But look at that. That's stunning. And this one I got from Little Knits. And this is a singleton. So this was a one of a kind of a, okay, we made it. I don't know why. They made it. Either they didn't want to make a bunch of it. There was a misdye. I have no idea. But isn't it pretty? And this is just one of them that they just sold as a one of a kind. Absolutely stunning. So you can really see the gorgeousness. And, oh, here, I've got the caramel color because, hello, I do. Yeah. And look at that with this, right? Uh-huh. And with my hair, oh my gosh, see? Yeah, we know. So love, love, love their stuff. And I was planning a different video for today, but by golly, with this coming out and then seeing some of them already low stock, I want you to get the best possibility to, you know, if I'm the only one that you watch, probably not, but if I am, definitely want you to get the best stock. If I am the only one you watch, that's really cool. I appreciate it. But if you decide to buy anything from Premier, take the extra step, if you feel like it, go out to Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches. I'll link her down below. She has affiliate links with Premier, and it would really help her out, her channel, all that other stuff. If you clicked on her link, it won't cost you anything. It won't do anything else. She'll just get, I don't know what the deal is. That's not my deal. I don't have affiliate links, but she'll get something back for it, and it helps her to support her and her family, right? And it doesn't cost you guys anything. So I know that's what I'll be doing. And when I do my order, I always go through her link when I do my orders, but something along that line, that would be great. And if you don't know who Jennifer is, stick around, watch some of her stuff. She's great. But that is absolutely fantastic. And if you want to know anything about Premier yarns, I mean, this isn't Premier, this is Malabrigo, baby. We are in my territory now, right? I'm like, I know this stuff. I got a bunch of this stuff, right? I mean, you see me working on it. I have a shawl in the works right now with the Malabrigo Metamorphosis sock yarn, and then I doubled up the lace. I mean, to do part of the stuff. So I am absolutely using the yarn currently paid full price. This stuff, sale, discounts. I mean, I just share pretty. I mean, I am not even, at this news, I am not even disappointed that Joanne did not put the yarn at 60% off today like I was hoping. I was planning on cleaning house on some of the Heartland yarn. It was not on sale. My store still had a bunch, so it's like, I'm gonna wait. We'll see. We'll see if I get any. I don't know. But I had to say on this because that is too exciting to keep to myself. That is just absolutely amazing prices to get that type of a discount. I think the Rios normally goes for like $17 and it's $12.75. That's a good deal. Those types of things. Absolutely. Well, here, I can look. I have powers. Well, not like magical powers. That's weird. But I have the internet, and it can tell me how much does this cost. Here we go. Let's see. So the Malabrigo, Malabrigo Rios, you can get Amazon. Well, Amazon doesn't count. Anywhere from like $16 to $21, depending on where you can try to get that for the Rios. That's about it. Let's see. Let me see the other stuff. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, so thrilled. So yeah, it's Etsy 15, but that's kind of iffy on that. So $15 to $21, $23 and everything for that. On Webs, you can get, yarn.com, you can get the Malabrigo Rios for $17. So, shop around, definitely, but $12.75, holy cow. And if you're a constant, persistent Premier buyer, you probably have points built up. It's a thing. You could, right? I don't know. I'm not judging. And you've seen my yarn stash. I'm not judging anyone. You buy yarn, you do you. I buy yarn. Yep. And I know you guys don't judge me. See? There we go. Yeah. I know, right? And if you do, I can't hear you. La 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 la. I heard nothing. All right. So on the Arroyo, yes, I have bought it for the $21.50. So even Webs right now has it for $21.50 for the Arroyo yarn. And Premier, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. $16. That's fantastic. $5 off. Yeah, that is absolutely just wonderful. And like I said, my friend was talking about with the super bulky, what's the name of that? Rasta. She hasn't seen it like that for quite some time, down to the $18. Let's see. And they just had a price increase, so that's the other thing. Malabrigo and all your local yarn stores just had a price increase. So it's huge difference. All right, so let's see. Webs has $24. So the Rasta is $24 on Webs, and right now it's $18 at Premier. So these are significant savings, and these are the ones that are the bougie yarns, the local yarn store yarns. This is not your typical Walmart. not dissing Walmart, man. You know, it's not your Walmart. It's not Hobby Lobby. Definitely not Michael's. I'll talk about Michael's, you know, because it's just been very disappointing. It's not your Joann. It's not anything like that. The fact that Premier has got this deal and has brokered this and brought these in is amazing. And I'm really hoping it does not mean these colors are going away. But I also know Malabrigo and Blue Sky just combined. And that's why when I've got my fuzzy lace and that sunset color of the yarn, that is a Blue Sky yarn. That is a alpaca, 100% alpaca lace. That's Blue Sky with the Malabrigo dye jobs. So maybe because they're coming together as a company, this might be some of their excess stock. I have no idea because I'm not insider on any of that. But I really hope that doesn't mean they're getting rid of this. But if they are, jump on board, get yourself a discount. Don't get too excited. Click on Jennifer's link before you do it, so then she gets a kickback too, right? You know, I mean, like, friends helping friends, right? This is what we do. We're the yarning community. We love each other. We try to help one another. We don't love each other in the weird way. We love each other in the right way, friendly way. So those are the wonderful things. Had to share that. Too excited. You can tell I'm talking like an auctioneer. When I get excited, I do not slow down, right? You know, yeah. That's true. Well, funny story on that. I want me to diverge to a little tangent. So some of you probably already know I was adopted as a kid. Okay, I was 10 years old, right? You know, just right shy of my 10-year birthday, like 9 days before. Okay, so I was 10 years old when I was adopted, and born and raised in Michigan, and adopted into a great family. Mom and dad, fantastic. God rest their souls. So we would go and visit family. My mom's side of the family's in North Carolina. So here I am, a kid like this, and I am talking like this, and I am talking to my North Carolina family members, and they're just looking at me. I had no idea what I said. So I learned. Now I talk, and I didn't slow down my speech, but I said it 2 or 3 times. And by the time the 3rd time I said it, they kind of got an idea. And they're like, oh, there you go. Yeah, always talk really fast. That's just how that goes. And when I got excited, and being that I got into a family that loved me and took care of me, and I was meeting other family members, yeah, I didn't stop. And that was the other thing that Mom always taught me. Hug first, ask questions later. You're related to all of them. There you go. So there you have it. That's exactly what I did. And then one of the other comments was, you know, again, adopted, not blood related, but you don't have to be blood related to be family. They would comment to my mom, and my dad's like, Joy, how did you pick a child out that looks so much like us? Mind you, I was 10 years old. It's not like baby and you don't know what you're going to look like. You know, no, I was 10 years old. And that's the Lord. That's the Lord. We look physical. I have a niece who I am, again, not biologically blood related to. And that was always a joke. It's like, you're really my mom, aren't you? You were like too young and you got pregnant and my mom is raising me. No, I'm not. But she looked more like me than her mom. So that's how the Lord works, mysterious ways. Anyway, there's my tangent on the talking fast because I'm so excited. I figured I'd explain that to you, right? We got that. All right, so that's the fun stuff with Premier. And then I did go to Joann today, and I already let the cat out of the bag. I did not buy any yarn, but I'm not upset with that because I can still get it at 50% off, which is a killer deal. You know, there's some of the Heartline that I'm really kind of eyeing, and I went and I looked at it today, and they still had like 20, 30 skeins, so I think I'm okay. Maybe not. But I don't think my feelings are going to get hurt because I have a feeling I'm going to be ordering some of this. And you know, oh wait, that's the thing. I want to show you. What tell me what you think, because you know, we like to help one another out. So I normally go for the fingering. We know that. I mean, most of the stuff that I showed, except for that sunset, is fingering weight, right? Everything else is fingering weight. This is the Arroyo in the sunset, and that's the little bit thicker. Okay, here, let me show you. Let's show you. Okay, so just so you know. They say it's a sport weight / DK. It can take either one as far as your gauge is concerned, right? Depends on what you're making. And let me show you the fingering just so you can see those two together. Ooh, education. We like education here, don't we? Yes, we do. All right, so here's the difference. So you can see that's a big difference, right? With that together. Here's the fingering, gorgeous, and then the Arroyo. I don't have any of the Rios, or I definitely don't have any of the Rasta around to show you on those. But I was looking at stepping outside of my comfort zone. I know, crazy talk. And look at this one. This is the Diana, the Royal Diana. Oh my gosh, I am loving this. So I was thinking of that one, just that circus of colors. That is amazing. And I think the reason I'm thinking of that is, you know, it's not the same as this one, although it does look pretty close. But I did look on Ravelry, and that's not the same color that I used for this one, but that's gorgeous. But they've got the black, and they've got that just bright, beautiful. So I could do a color work something. And of course, you know, since I'm finishing so many sweaters so quickly, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. But anyway, everything's a sweater quantity lately. I could do a sweater quantity with this. Do I get the majority of it, the beautiful color? Or do I get the majority of it black? I can still work with black, okay? I can work with black. I mean, it's a tough color for a lot of people. I get it. But do I get the black and do the color work with this stunningness? Or do I get the stunningness and do the color work in black? I don't know. I don't have the other hat. I gave it away because I did another one that was reverse. All the black parts here were with this color and all of the colored parts were with the black. Definitely like the stained glass look of this better. And that kind of reminded me. It's like, do I want to do predominantly black and then color or what, you know, with those things? So of course I'm putting in an order. I mean, yeah, I'm putting in an order. I just need to know what I'm ordering, how much I'm ordering, right? You know, and that's the thing, because I'm running out of space. Yes. Doesn't hurt my feelings, but I'm running out of space. So yeah, if you have any suggestions on colors and everything when you see this in the morning, greatly appreciate that. But I am looking at doing the Arroyo, which is, you know, not normally my thing. Here we go. We got colors a little bit bigger. Look at that. Look at those. Oh my gosh. What is this one? The speckledy one. Oh, gotta love it. Oh, Sir Arroyo. I am so into speckles. I haven't used them much, but holy cow, look at that. Isn't that stunning? Oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be, okay, wouldn't that be great with this? Oh, it would. There we go. Get that. Oh, there. See, it's darker. Oh, instead of, you wouldn't even have to go black. You could do the dark color like this. Do they have a dark blue in here? Oh, Night Arroyo. Oh, see, look. Oh, that's gorgeous. I tried to use their little compare tool, but it's not working. That's fine. And let's see, what's this one? Oh, see, they do have the Wales Road. They do. Okay. So you could do that speckle, and they have the Wales Road, this one right here, in the Arroyo, which is the bigger. See, look at that. See? Not bad, huh? And hand-dyed, so each one's different, right? Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. That, with that, you wouldn't have to do the typical black. You could have just the, oh, now I'm confused. Okay. Now I'm confused. Okay. Oh, easy now. They don't have the black. They do have the black. Yes, they do. They do have the black. Okay, I'm confused. I don't know what to do now. All right, I'm going to set this down. We're going to talk about Joanne now because, yeah. Yeah. Oh, step down. Calm down. I need help. Okay. Yeah. All right. Joanne. Here we go. There. I should be 2 videos at this point, but no, I've already started. I have already committed. It's happening. So I know I was watching Lori from the Armchair Chef, and she's like, hey, don't buy that pre-cut stuff because it's super expensive. Go for the remnants. I know last time I bought the 2-yard pre-cuts, they're normally like $30, and yes, I got discounts. But she's right. I paid $12 for them. She's right. They are a lot more expensive. But my store didn't have the gorgeous flannel and fleece and, you know, blanket material remnants like hers did, right? But I got more yarn than she does. So who was the winner? I don't know. So this time they had some, and I took advantage because it's 70% off. So everything right now in the store is 50 to 80% off. They did make some bigger discounts and everything on the fabrics. They did not make the bigger discounts on the yarn. Sad day. This one, I know. You're like, that's plain and boring. I get it. But it's the softest stuff ever. This stuff is normally $19.99 a yard. I know because I saw it when I got the stuff the other day, and I didn't want to pay that. But I mean, it is so much softer than the other ones. This is absolutely amazing. And I thought with the squares idea and the blankets idea, I could still do this type of thing. What I'm planning on doing is cutting squares out of some of these different fleeces and these beautiful things, and crocheting some squares and then having some fabric squares and crocheting them together and making a fusion of that nice fleece soft fuzzy blanket and crochet. And the other thing I told my husband on the way home from work, if I don't decide to do that, you know, things get in the way, I will give this to a child and it will be their cape that they can run around with. I don't know the 100% size of this. This one's 1.5 yards. So this, okay, this one's 54 by 60. So this is a full blanket. I don't have to cut this. I don't think I'm going to cut this. I think I might crochet around the edge and maybe do some fancy edging stitch on it and call this one done, because this is 54 by 60. This is a nice blanket as is. So this one I'm going to just leave. Yeah, I didn't notice that before. And I paid like $5 for this. Yay. So thrilled with that. It said it was $14.99, but then they did all their little discounty things and it was like $4.50, I think. And then look at this. I don't know what it looks like. So this is, I don't know. It said it was $14.99. It's 1 yard. It's 1 yard of something. And then they did all their discounts and stuff. And all of these were, I don't know. This was $1.50, I think. Yeah. Yep, something like this, $1.50. I spent $10.40 on 4 of these, and then I spent another $7 when I went back in to get some other things. But I'm going to open it because it's mine, and it doesn't have to stay in its little pristine thing, because I'm curious. Because you can't really open them in the store going, oh, I like that print. And some of the prints you can see, and you're like, yes, I definitely like it. And others, you're like, not so much. Oh, this is bunnies. You know what? I thought it was kangaroos. I swear to God, I did. This is bunnies. That's cute. That's adorable. Look at that. Here we go. There. That's little bunnies. Upside down. Do we have a right side now? That's really cute. Okay. And like I said, if I decide, you know, this is just too much and I don't want to do the whole blankety idea, the kids is all going to have capes. I got 6 grandkids. They're all going to have a cape. They have a blanket. They're going to have a cape. They're going to have something. And then I'm going to call it done. And I'm going to be happy. So that's how that works. And this one, these were all like $1 something, $1.50, whatever. This one started out at like $18 a yard, and it's 0.86 yards. Okay. Does my thing say I've got some weird? Yeah. Oh, I say $48.19 on this particular thing. I don't know how many items it said I bought this time, because I was curious if I had like a point count. Oh yeah, sold item 7.22. So that's got to be it, is because the fabric isn't a full yard. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh my gosh, I did not see that. It's got mushrooms all over it. That is adorable. Okay, I'm loving that. How cute is that? All right. So this is just a strip, all right? This is just a strip of fabric. Okay, I can deal with that. That is really cute. And this is what I'm getting at. If I don't do anything else, we're going to have some kids running around like this. And just running through the house, just like this. They all have their cape with their superpower, right? And I will make up a story for each one. I'm telling you, I will. And I'll tell the kids about it and what superpower they're going to have, because they're going to run around with their cape and this like little mushroom man or something like that. I don't know. You got tomatoes and mushrooms and snails. Ooh, and ladybugs. Okay, so, you know, you put on the cape and everything, and now you're like a super snail. I mean, now you can run faster and everything else like that. And your disguise is the snail. So then people underestimate you and they don't think that you can do great things. But then, haha, you surprise them. See? Stories. I'm telling you. It's all in the marketing. Yep, there you go. Ooh, this one's fun. This one started out at $4 a yard. Can't believe that, but whatever. I paid cents for this one pretty much. I don't know. Something ridiculously small. And this is a little over a yard. Oh, and I could see on this, you got some farm tractors and stuff. And if I want to go around this one, I've got the bright yellows. I've got the regular yellows, and this is fun. This is so much fun. And this is a good size piece. Ooh, it folds out. Let's see. How big is this thing? Because, you know, it tells you what the yardage is, but I don't know how wide it is, and that always makes a difference, right? Okay. So this is a thinner one, but that works out really nicely. All right. It's a big old blanket. Yeah, that works. Okay. We're going to have fun. And then we have the kids' tents, those indoor tents. So we have those too, so they can have their blankets and the tents, and they can make additions to their tents with the fabric. So there's lots of ways that we can do this. So that's fun. And then this thing was like 36 cents. This is a 1/4 yard. And it was like 36 cents. And it's the brightest, prettiest thing ever. And I would have gotten more of this, no doubt, because it's pretty. Get the paper out. It's just a little tiny strip is all it is. Look at that. Ooh, does it fold in half, or is it just that thin? Come on, open, open, open. Maybe it's just that thin. Maybe it's just this little piece. Maybe that's all I have is just a scarf. Maybe, but it looks, is it just a scarf? It is. Look at this. There you go. How cute is that? You know, just do something with the ends so they don't look weird, or cut this end off because, you know, you don't need that. I have a scarf. This is beautiful. There. And it's my colors, bright and neon and bright. So one of the kids likes it. That's cool. If not, it can still go with what I was talking about and cutting up the squares and working around the squares. We've already got a strip. That's even closer to being a square. Or like somebody else had commented, make strips and crochet around those and attach them. So I could definitely do something like that too. But this is so bright. Look at that, all the fruits on it. It is so bright, so pretty, so happy. Look at the pineapples and oranges and watermelons. I absolutely love this. This is fun. And you know what's really super warm? If nothing else, I think I might just, look how cute that is. It matches what I have on. See the necklace? Isn't that pretty? I made my sweater. This is the brick pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I think I might just cut this off and leave this. I don't know. I think this is just going to be my scarf until I figure out what it's going to be. Because we know how warm fleece is, and that is really cute. And it's so happy. Imagine wearing this, you know, you've got everything else. I've got my coat of many colors. It won't match that because it's got its own colors. But I also have a purple jacket. Go figure, I have a purple coat. I know it would have surprised you. You would have never guessed that I have a purple coat. Of course I do. But this would be great with that. You're like, but it has no purple in it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to. It'll be fun. It'll be my spot of color. I like it. Yep, I'm going to keep this. This is cool. Yep. It might go on a blanket, but maybe not. I'm just going to trim up that white and it's done. Might even go around it with some fabric or whatever, or yarn. Maybe not. I just like it the way it is. And then I picked up some buttons that I got to dig around in here to see if I can find them. These are cute. And another button. All right. So I picked these up for Lori from the Armchair Chef. These are little coffee buttons. She was asking, she's like, hey, if your store has any of the coffee and the donut buttons, I think she told me what she was going to use them for, but I don't remember. So I sent her a picture. Yep, these are it. So now I actually have to mail a package. I have a lot of packages that need to go out. I really suck at mailing packages, but I do have them packaged. So I got her some of these, and now I'm like on the whatever. I have to actually do it. And then I don't know why I got these, but I thought, let me see if I can get one of them where you can see it. But I just thought they were cute. They're little, just cute little plain silver buttons. Come on. Come on, I want to get it to where you can see what one of them looks like. Let's see. There, you got like a, they're not yarn, but it has like a swirl pattern on it. Okay, we're just not going to see. But yeah, just large shank buttons. And I got 2 packages of these. There's 5 each. I just thought they were really cute. That is what I ended up with at Joann. Spent less than $20 and I got all the fun fabric. And I'm not going to lie, I love this. Okay, I'm in love with this. That's perfect. It looks really cute like this. And if any of you think I wouldn't actually wear this to work and everything, you're mistaken. I would 100% wear this to work. I would trim off the white, but that's it. That's all, right? It's done. It's beautiful. So that's what I got, was just fabric at Joann and finding out all the stuff on the Premier Yarns when I got home. Hello. I'm not even upset at all. I'm like, maybe I'll just divert my funds. I mean, you know, Mother's Day is coming up in a few days. Right? And all of those that are mommies and everything, we're able to get our own presents and gifts, right? Of course we can. We can do that. Yeah. And my husband keeps asking me, well, what do you want? I'm like, I'm pretty. I'm like, well, I have everything. I have him. What else do I need, right? You know, we're good. But with Premier throwing me for a loop on this, I'm thinking I need another sweater quantity of yarn. I do. It's just a matter of what colors. That's the thing. What colors? Help me out with that one. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I've been talking about yarn for a while. You can tell I am so passionate about all this. I am so absolutely excited. If I had any discount codes, I would share them with you. All I have is click on Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitch's link, so then she gets credit for this. You know, let's help each other out. I don't have any affiliate links, so I'm going to send you to somebody who does. You know, and if you don't watch her and you know somebody else that has an affiliate link, click on theirs. Point is, let somebody get credit if you're going to order. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.